Welcome. Today we'll explore one of the most important topics in economics: inflation. What causes prices to rise? How does it affect your daily life? And why do governments and central banks worry so much about it? Let's dive into the mechanics of inflation and uncover what's really happening when your money seems to buy less each year. Inflation simply means prices are rising across the economy. When inflation occurs, your purchasing power decreases. The same amount of money buys fewer goods and services than before. If a loaf of bread costs €1 today, but €1.05 next year, that's 5% inflation for bread. While small increases might seem insignificant, when this happens across most products, the effect becomes substantial. Most developed economies, including Italy, target around 2% annual inflation, which economists generally consider healthy for growth. Two major forces drive inflation. First, there's demand-pull inflation, when too many euros chase too few goods. When consumer spending increases rapidly, perhaps due to economic optimism or low interest rates, but businesses can't produce enough to meet demand, prices rise. We've seen this in Italian housing markets when buyer demand exceeds available properties. The second cause is cost-push inflation, occurring when production costs increase. This happens when raw materials like oil become more expensive, wages rise without productivity gains, or supply chains get disrupted. Remember how energy price volatility recently affected Italian households? That's cost-push inflation in action. Behind these mechanisms lies monetary policy. When the European Central Bank increases the money supply too rapidly, or keeps interest rates too low for too long, inflation can accelerate. Think of it as more currency chasing the same amount of goods and services. Inflation isn't just an abstract concept, it directly impacts your financial well-being. If you're a saver, inflation erodes your purchasing power when bank interest rates fall below inflation rates. Your €10,000 savings might still be €10,000 next year, but it will buy less. For borrowers, inflation can actually help if your income rises while your debt remains fixed. But if inflation triggers higher interest rates, new loans become more expensive. Pensioners and those on fixed incomes are particularly vulnerable since their purchasing power steadily declines unless their income adjusts for inflation. For businesses across Italy, inflation creates uncertainty in planning and investment decisions, potentially slowing economic growth. Understanding inflation helps you make better financial decisions and interpret economic policies designed to manage it. Whether it's demand exceeding supply, rising production costs, or monetary policy decisions, these forces shape the prices you pay every day. By recognizing these patterns, you can better prepare for inflation's effects on your personal finances and business activities. What inflation trends are you noticing in your daily life?